Hello, welcome to Motivate to Millions podcast. I am Quentin Baker, your host. Um, of course, you know what we're here for today, our three motives: impact, income, and influence. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different, but it's going to be impactful. And so today's episode is about the success of the Cybertruck, the Tesla Cybertruck. Everybody's um, it's been the talk of all times. Like I've never seen something talked about so much. Um, the Cybertruck has I've never seen a vehicle that has grabbed and got this much attention. So I'm sure you've seen it, the Tesla Cybertruck. Maybe you haven't seen it because it's um, on like a pre-order thing. But today's episode, I know you're wondering, how does the Tesla Cybertruck relate to Motivate to Millions? Well, the thing is, the success, the massive success that Tesla's had, as you've seen on the road, you've seen plenty of Teslas, and now they have created a phenomenal branding of a Cybertruck. Like this thing is the reason you may have not seen it is because it's not a lot going around. You actually have to pre-order it. So creating an exclusive offer is what they've done. So, everybody hasn't been able to even obtain it yet. It's not like you go and get your brands like your Toyotas, your Lexus, your Chevys, your Fords. It's not like that. You can go and get those at any lot anywhere, but they've literally made this exclusive to a certain group of people that have pre-ordered. And that's why we're talking about that today, because they've done something. They've literally um, had market disruption. Like they've disrupted the industry, the car industry, where I've never seen this done before. And one of the things I want you to understand here at Motivate to Millions is that we always try to figure out ways that we can learn from other successful people, other successful companies, and figuring out like what did they do, how did they get there, and what could we implement to obtain some of that success both personally and on a business level. Of course, Tesla is owned by Elon Musk. Elon Musk happens to be the visionary behind Tesla. um, I think Tesla may have came out in like 2010, 2013. Don't quote me on it, but I think that's when it came out. It may be maybe a year or two sooner, not sure, but it has really became a very big thing because of our economy and people wanting to save money and go more eco-friendly. So I'm gonna jump right in. One of the things that they've did with Tesla with this Cybertruck is they've created a unique design. I mean, a design like I've never seen it before. Like I personally am not a big Tesla fan. Like I'm interested in the Tesla, like learning more or even driving one. I do plan on driving one, particularly the Cybertruck I'm most interested in. Um, this one, it has been the reason that it's set apart. The unique design is unconventional, different from any other Tesla that they've ever created. And so that's why they've had so much mass market disruption. And one of the things that I was going to say with this is that you have to figure out like what is your unique design with what you have to offer, what you do. Even if you're not a business owner or entrepreneur, what is it about your work ethic? What is it about what you bring to the company? What you bring to the table that is unlike anybody else? Maybe you sell like nobody else, but and one of the things about sales is I know everybody has to do it their way. There's no one way, one dynamic. Everybody has their own way. Same thing with any other type of job. There is a model, but there's a certain way you may do it. So you have a unique design, even on a 9 to 5, but particularly in business. What is that unique design that you have that nobody else can bring to the table but you? The thing about it is, no matter who you are, what you offer, no one else can do it just like you or have what you bring to the table. You're unique in your own right. So you have to figure out what is a unique design that can, you're already unique, but what can you create that's even more unique and offer as a product or service, to make your product or service stand out amongst the people in your industry. That's the one thing. The first point that I got out of this was that the innovation this time around, we've seen Tesla evolve a lot over the years, but particularly this time with the Cybertruck, this is different. This is different. And one of the things is, it has all the perks, it has the cutting edge technology. I mean, it just looks so futuristic. And this happens to appeal to a lot of different clientele. And I won't jump ahead of myself, but um, the Cybertruck is designed to appeal not just to traditional truck buyers, but enthusiastic and conscious consumers. So this time around, they're approaching people that typically want a truck or would consider not buying a truck again, but because of the eco-friendly, being able to not be as concerned about gas anymore, that's who they're targeting. Like, they're targeting the traditional truck buyer to switch over to Tesla because it's more eco-friendly. So their unique design, they have they're positioning themselves in such a way in the market with this Cybertruck that they're gaining they're going after the traditional truck buyer that wants to save money, and they're also going for the person that would never even consider buying a truck, but because they're like a techie person, a person that loves cutting edge technology and futuristic design, they're getting that person. So this is just a truck we have not seen before. No design has been like this. So, especially an electric vehicle. So, with this, we have competitive pricings despite, and I'm getting some of this despite, I'm reading my notes, but it's despite advanced features, the Cybertruck is priced competitively compared to traditional trucks, potentially disrupting the market. So, Cybertruck is ranging from maybe around 120,000 to maybe I've seen as high as I think $188,000. And the reason that they can do that is because they've created such a unique design. First of all, they created a unique design, but they also created this deep desire. And then this vehicle, they actually positioned it in the market just right because they didn't just release a bunch of them at one time. They made it where you have to pre-order, which means it gives it this exclusive club type membership type thing where not everybody can get it. So of course that separated the price from your traditional trucks. So they've did a lot with this. And I think we can pull a lot from this with whatever we offer, whether it's a product or service, right? So with the pre-order strategy caused a high demand. Tesla's strategy of accepting pre-orders with a refundable deposit generated a significant early interest and cash flow, showcasing strong demand and investor confidence. Okay, so let's just say, you know, you're offering coaching. and you've had major success. Like, let's just say everyone that has worked with you is six figures now, at least six figures, and that's at a minimum. So now you're an exclusive offer. You're to work with you is exclusive. Like, not anyone is just going to be able to work with you. And you have a price that is separated from your average coach. So with that being said, same thing with this pre-order strategy. Like, they created it exclusive. I've never seen a vehicle like this that had um so many people pre-ordering at the price that it at the price point. I mean, a six-figure price point, and people were pre-ordering out of the woodworks, like just going crazy with it. So, you know, your unique design, don't downplay it. That's my motivating factor in this podcast today is, don't think your unique design is below Tesla. You have a unique design or offer. Maybe your offer is not $120,000 or $150,000. Maybe it's a $10,000 product. Maybe it's $1,000 product, but it's still making you money and you're the best at it and you know what you're doing. You know what the market needs and you're ready to offer it to them. You just have to be confident in your product or service, is what I've learned. And you have to go after the market that you desire. And the market is going to pay you for doing a good job. Like, when you produce results, I mean, you're going to get paid. It may take a little while, especially if you're new. Don't get discouraged. It may take a little while for your name to trend, people to know you, but just give it time. Great things take time. And the other thing about this is, when I said that prior with the pre-order strategy, them saying refundable, pre-orders with a refundable deposit, I just want you to take a second and think and just guess, what did they do in that moment? Okay, seconds up. If you don't know, now you know. They created trust. They created trust because they believed in their product so much that they would allow somebody to pre-order it and say your deposit is refundable. The amount of trust that was built in that moment closed the deal. And that's the type of confidence you got to have in your product or service. That's what I'm talking about. We can learn from the success of Tesla's Cybertruck and apply these things. Our 2024 can set us up for our 2025, as well as us just preparing maybe for 2025, just doing the prep work. I was doing it you the other day, and one of the things the gentleman stated was that, sometimes if you're looking to be an entrepreneur, open a business, maybe you should just, while you're on your 9 to 5 or doing what you do currently, just do the prep work. You'll be 10 steps ahead if you're doing the prep work before you get started. So just consider that. One of the things too is, by them doing the pre-order strategy and then making it so exclusive, it created such a hype anticipation. And I mean, Elon Musk knew what he was doing. Smart guy on this one. I mean, he's done a a pretty good job with Tesla. It was a it's something that was new to the market in the electric industry, which we're still getting used to it. But he's been the only one to really do it on a mass level. So Elon Musk influence, one of our three motives, influence. Elon Musk influence, his personal brand and social media presence play a significant role in generating excitement and anticipation. So he's constantly talking about his product, constantly putting himself out there, constantly making bold statements because he believes in his product. That's what you have to do. believe in yourself, believe in what you have to offer, and put yourself out there. I've never seen it a greater time for marketing now than in the past. Like you can touch a million people in the matter of 10 minutes now or less if you have the right following. I mean, you can make one reel about your product or service, and if it hits and it goes viral, God knows how many people can see it within that day. So, I mean, we should have learned that from um, Club Shay Shay. I mean, that one show just took off with Cat Williams' interview. And I'm not I'm just using that as an example to say using social media as a brand with the brand strategy, with the right brand strategy, you can touch so many more people than what we used to back in the day with just the newspaper and word of mouth, which is still good. Word of mouth is always going to be key. But now with social media, we have a leg up on um, our parents, our grandparents, those that came before us. So that's the other thing. One of the other things, again, I was saying is that confidence is going to be key. Um, that confidence of them making bold statements about their product is what caused them to go viral. Like they went hard for this product. And because they went hard for this product that they believed in, they're getting massive results. I'm talking about millions of dollars, millions, billions probably now. So, with this, and you have to look at what it's offering, right? So, the technology piece, one of the things it's offering is bulletproof. Why does that matter? I don't know. It's just a cool thing. People like it. It's just a thing. I remember back in the day, there was a car that had bulletproof windows in the 90s. I think it was like the big the biggest Mercedes back in the day. So that was like back then that was their cutting edge thing was, oh, we got bulletproof windows. So that was a big seller point to the high end clientele, like the CEOs, the rappers, the producers. So that's something else. So the other thing is that with the Cybertruck, you have to look at, I think in my hometown, in my town now, where I live at in North Carolina, not a big town. There's one Cybertruck, and I am seeing it like every day. Not driving on the road, but I'm seeing it posted in like private groups, um, the city groups, things, and they're just talking about this Tesla truck. Everybody's taking pictures of it. People are just, I mean, they are turning into raving fans of the Cybertruck. I've never seen something like this before. And that's because Elon Musk knew what he was doing. When he created the pre order, making it exclusive to only pre order, he changed the game. He really changed the game of Tesla. Like, I think they've had pre order cars prior, but not like this one. I mean, when you see it, the long LED light in the front, the big windshield wiper that's bigger than my arm, you can't help but see it. It's big, it's bold, and it makes a statement. That's what you got to catch in this. Make sure your product or service is big, bold, and makes a statement. Sets you apart. Like, why should somebody buy from you? Why should they come to you? That's what this truck did. You can see it a mile away, and they made sure of that. Just because of what it's made of, the technology, the LED, it's got all the appeals. Um, I mean, and the media coverage. Just like I was saying with my town, I mean, of we may have a population of between 25 to 29,000 in this area. And this one Cybertruck, I see it shared on Facebook at least once a day. I saw the famous Tesla truck. That's what the people are saying. So what if somebody was doing that with your product or service? Like I'm telling you, we could really apply this for our business or what we offer, and we could really elevate beyond where we are today just using this model. Like maybe it's not what you currently offer, but you're working on something in the back office. So use this model, use the Tesla model for your new launch. Maybe you're in business, use it for your new launch. And maybe you are preparing to open a business. This is a good model. um, the other thing is that with anything you do, understanding what the market wants. Being that our era is like very we're that everybody wants more and more technology. Of course, we know if you didn't know, this truck, the Cybertruck drives itself. People want it. They want that they want, how can I say it? They want exclusive products. Like that's the selling point. There's so many selling points with this truck, but hey, my truck drives itself. But I mean, look at the price point. So believe in your product, be confident in yourself first, and then be confident in your product, the service you offer. Figure out how can you disrupt the market with your unique design, and also make it exclusive. Um, you know, when I think about products, I think about books, especially for authors. With authors, good books. I'm talking about there's some notable books that's 100 years old and they're still selling at high demands. So all you got to do is create something great once, and you can get paid for the rest of your life. In with books, the reason I wanted to use author and books is because when you release a book, most times you can have the option to do pre-order. And I think doing pre-order is the best thing you could do. That that from Tesla, let alone the unique design, that alone separates you. You want to build interest. You want to build up like the interests of the people, like what is it about? And of course you do that just like Elon Musk. If you follow him or you see his stuff shared, he's always talking about his products. He's always sharing updates. He's always sharing how they're making improvements. So same thing with you. Always be sharing, always be converting. Every opportunity that you take a picture, do a live, make a post, share something is an opportunity for you to close, to get that person to understand what you're offering. Now, you may not get everybody, but if you could get, let's just say, out of let's just say out of 20,000 people, you got 10% of them. That's still a win. That's a big win. you know, those are good numbers. You won't get everybody. You're not meant to get everybody or be everybody's thing or niche, but you're somebody's thing or niche. Somebody has what you need. You have something great. You have something to offer that is phenomenal and unique. And Don't downplay yourself and don't sell yourself short. I think that's what we can learn from the success of the Tesla Cybertruck. That's what we can learn from Elon Musk. I am very interested in driving this truck. I am looking forward to really driving this truck this year. I really want to try it. Um just to see how it is. One of the other things I wanted to notice as we prepare to close is that if you notice with the logo is like one of a kind, but it's not flashy, it's not overly flashy or anything, but it's simple. What I would say to that is most luxury brands or most cutting edge brands are simple. They have simple logos. If you look at Gucci, simple. You look at Louis Vuitton, simple. You look at any high end brand, most of the time, their logo is simple. One of the things I would say we can learn from that is keep it simple. Just keep it simple. Um, you know, this Cybertruck, I just have never seen anything hit the market like it. Out of all the Teslas, this has been this has been the one. This has been the one. So here's my lessons of the day that I'm gonna close with is that embrace the innovation of your product or service. Let people know. Uh, of course, let people know by building anticipation and hype strategically, making those offers exclusive. Maybe you're a coach and you could say, "Hey, I'm only taking 5 clients at I don't know, 299 today only or this week only." Create an exclusive offer. Get it while this offer lasts. The next thing is engage with your community. Of course, you have to build a community, but once you do, continuously engage. And just to let you know, as you're building a community, it may be small at first, but engage, continue to engage. Everything that's big had to start small. Mm, catch that. Everything big had to start small, had to start from somewhere. So don't get stuck on the size or the numbers. Engage at the smaller level so you can grow to the bigger level. Next is leverage influencers. Get people talking about your product and service. Use that marketing, use social media. Don't just stroll on social media, use social media. Get influencers talking, collaborate with some influencers, collaborate with people that believe in your product and service and get them to share your great offer. Um, also, make sure you create those pre-order strategies. Whatever it looks like for you, it may look different for, but use a pre-order gauge to gauge and generate early revenue. As I make this last point for the pre-order strategy, if you notice, they said with the Cybertruck as an example, pre-order deposit, which means they got cash flow going early. So just think about that. If you could get your cash flow going early, you're already a step ahead of the game. So same thing. In the same analogy or example I use with the author, if we got an author that's doing pre-orders, they're getting that cash flow right then and there. Maybe it's pre-order only this week or 3-day pre-order. They're getting that cash flow instantly instead of waiting on people to buy it when it's released. So that's the importance of that pre-order and creating that exclusive offer. As I've shared with the Cybertruck, the Tesla Cybertruck example, I hope that you can take these and apply these to whatever you already have or whatever you're going to create that's unique. You have something unique to offer the market. It's time to go forward. This has been another episode of Motivate to Millions podcast. Please like, subscribe, and follow us for more. Thank you for tuning in today.